Yo everyone, we're back at Tales of Arise. Time to start things off by running all the way back because the game, yet again, does not want me to fast travel for some reason. At least I don't think it will. Nope, nowhere. So let us casually walk on back to the ship. I could skip ahead, but yet again, this is just part of the experience, so I guess I won't trim it. And who knows whenever I'll get a cutscene thrown at me. Could be any second, really. When we have, like, what, 3 or 4 screens to go through, chances are there's gonna be something. And if it wasn't, then that's just bad game design. Like, come on, there's gotta be a way to have First of all, they should have made more... They should have made more fast travel points on Lenegis, at least, like, 1 or 2 more. And then second off, in addition to all that... Alright, I never got this over here. Not that I don't think I can regardless. Yeah, no, I can't. But yeah, they should have gotten more fast travel points, and they should have been able to make it so you're not forced to being either having no fast travel points or all. It should be like, if you want me to stay on Lenegis, you should have it so I could go to the fast travel points on Lenegis. And like I said, obviously have said thing somewhere. If you don't want me going back to frickin' Dana, then just deactivate those and give me the stuff on Lenegis still. I don't know. Just a little mini rant. Not anything big or out of this world, but it's a small concern. And one that I think is worth bringing up. Takeoff departure area is where we need to head. Yeah, it's really just making me walk all the way back for some godforsaken reason. I swear, if it doesn't have like a cutscene right 5 feet from now. And it doesn't! Yay, this is a waste of time! It's okay, it's just padding. I'm just padding out the video. This is filler content, what you are witnessing. Okay, well, we're back on the ship, I guess. Whoop-de-doo.
I thought we'd find answers on Lenegis, but we just ended up finding more questions.
Yeah, we got some
You can
answers.
say that again. And now we have more problems to fix too. Like figuring out how to reform Lenegis.
That can wait for now. We've got more than enough on our plates to deal with as it is. Like figuring out who's really running the show on Rena.
True.
Yeah. Which is why we're going to the Renan homeworld.
All the answers we've been looking for are on that planet. The person responsible for all this. The Red Woman and the Renaissance.
The Red Women, actually. Actually.
Are we prepared to finally find them?
Probably as much as we're ever going to be.
So, what do we do
without-
first when we get there?
Without grinding.
We know nothing
Because I'm
about
probably
the Renan homeworld
underleveled,
or
but-
what we might face once we arrive. We should get a feel for how things are on the ground before we take any serious steps.
How
It's also
things,
entirely
one
possible that
word.
The first thing we're going to face is an attack.
If
True.
we come across a capital, we should...
What the hell? What?
What?
Oh, God. Jesus, that scared me, Rinwell. But also, yeah. Red Woman. Red Women. Though, they're not as much red as they are purple right now. What are they doing? Maybe that's a break our ship. Bitch, you creepy as hell. You got olives for eyes. Did we just get deleted from existence? Or did we get teleported? Or both? Have we been sent to another dimension? Another timeline? Huh. Where are we?
Damn! The hell just happened?
Well, the
Our
ship's
course
still
has been
intact.
altered. The coordinates are pointing to a different destination.
What's that?
The ship's controls aren't accepting my commands. The engine is being shut
The
down.
red women hacked into my
That's
Reddit
bad,
account.
right? Quite bad. We've lost control of the ship.
Why is the ship controlled by Reddit, Dolim? I don't
Are
know.
they
I
trying
couldn't
to
get
finish
into my
us off
Twitter
before we
account.
can land?
Everyone, look there.
What? Oh, what? What's the big deal here? Oh. Oh. Oh, fuck. Is that Rena? Also, oh no. Colors weave into a spire of flame. Distant sparks call to a pest to unnamed. Oh god. I am very concerned right now. There is a lot going on here, and most of it is going over my head. Bro, what is happening? I am so confused, but also this is kind of pretty, not gonna lie. Is that a flower? I have no idea what is going on. What the shit? Damn, that's actually a pretty big twist though, that Rena was like just wasn't even a full circle planet.
A flower blooming out of Rena?
But that flower looks like it's absorbing all of Dana's energy.
And it appears Lenegis is serving as a conduit for that energy to reach here. Could that have been its true purpose all along?
Damn, I didn't even
If that's
realize that
true,
Rena wasn't even a full
Do you think
planet.
the people back on Lenegis are all right?
I
We can only pray that
wonder if that was like a big deal for the rest of them, or if that was
Damn it.
literally just a thing for
Taken
us,
enough already.
for the
When is this
player.
going to end?
The Flower of Oblivion.
Is that something you know of?
With everything that's happening, we need to get back to Lenegis. Is the ship still offline?
Unfortunately, yes. Even more so than when it lay dormant.
Oh no.
Can you fix it?
Starships are extremely complex machines. One wrong move while we're out here in space could very well cost us our lives.
So what? We're just stuck inside here, floating around? For how long?
Oh no.
I don't believe this. We've made it all this way, and now we're stuck here? We're watching Dana die before our eyes, and we have no choice but to sit here and starve to death?
Law, calm down. You're not the only one who's worried here.
Right. Sorry.
What to do, what to do.
It's still too early to give up. There has to be a way to get out of this.
Yeah, but how?
Alphen.
What do we propel the... Oh shit, do we,
Now what?
propel the ship through other
The
means?
starship, it's back online?
It is?
No,
No.
this is different. Something is pulling our ship in towards it.
Frickin' like a magnet beam or something? I forget what they're called in Star Wars. Retractor? Retractor beam? Something like that? I don't know. Where are we getting pulled to? Lenegis? Huh. Well. Oh, what?
We managed to get moving, but where are we?
It looks like Lenegis in here.
Is it the other
Do you
side?
think we might run into more Renans here? Or those red women?
Perhaps. Someone brought us here. The question is, Who?
Good question.
We haven't been ambushed, so that probably means they aren't hostile. Still, why would anyone want to bring us here?
Alphen's face.
Hey, Shion!
He was extremely
If
sus.
they wanted to attack us, they
Of
could have done
this.
so while we were back on the starship. We should see where this path takes us.
And I should have kept tally marks of every time there's an ass shot of Kisara in this game. Lightening the mood. Frickin' Hoodle's face.
Ah, what the? Are you out of your mind? This isn't the time for games, Rinwell.
It's
Oh,
always
come
time for
on.
games.
How am I supposed to resist with you looking all jittery like that?
It's called experiencing feelings appropriate to the situation. You ought to try it sometime.
Yeah, but seeing you act all nervous, you're making me start to feel nervous too.
Oh, sorry.
Staying alert is important, but too much caution can cloud your judgment. Try to strike a balance.
That was short. Short but sweet. Can I even? Okay, yeah, we are trapped here. There is no point of return currently.
I still can't get over what we saw happening outside the starship.
Yeah, our planet's really not doing too hot right about now.
I've only ever seen Rena from the surface of Dana, so I figured it was just another round planet
Okay,
like
so
ours.
that was a big deal for them as well.
Still though, I never would have imagined Rena actually looked like that. And what's the deal with that giant flower coming out of it?
Beats me. I have absolutely no clue. It's so surreal. It looks like a broken egg or something.
Yeah.
Rena and Dana.
It almost...
We were taught that both worlds were spherical bodies that floated amongst the stars in the heavens. But to think that they lied to us not only about the Sovereign and the Crown contest, but also the form of our own planet.
Honestly, Rena kind of reminds me of like an apple that's been like
Okay,
fully
who's
eaten.
the wise guy that summoned us here?
Someone formidable enough to bring our starship along with us.
They must be here somewhere. Let's find them.
Alright. What do we got here?
That beam of light joining Dana and Rena. It was the Renan side that it first came from, right?
That's what it looked like. And then the Danon side responded.
Perhaps it was some kind of directive from the Renan homeworld? To reawaken the Wedge and Lenegis?
Which would mean that whoever's behind all this is on Rena after all. But what are they after? Is it really worth going through all this trouble
How
just to steal
would
Dana's
stuff
energy?
work on a planet like
Try to stay
Rena?
calm. With so many
As far
factors
as
we
like
don't understand,
tides
dwelling
or
on it won't get us
oxygen
anywhere.
or traversing
it?
the planet.
No, it's just... Zephyr once told me the same thing. So much for me making progress, huh?
You made it this far, didn't you? You notice something, you change it. That's all anyone can do. But you can't stand still in the meantime.
Anything around here? Nope. Alright. Onwards and upwards. Where are we right now? I don't know where we are. Game, how am I supposed to know? Okay. Well, I mean, I guess I'm getting stuck to certain places here. What about the upper level? Okay, so it's literally just this floor. Got it. That makes it easier for me. And I also only have one way to go here, which makes it even easier for me. I can just turn off my brain and do what it wants of me. Okay. This is the last save I made before I went to Lenegis, so I guess I'll try to keep that one, if I can even recall how. Well, I definitely see stuff that resembles the wedge and the altar.
This place looks a lot like that room we saw back in the Forbidden Zone.
Huh? What's that?
Huh. Oh god, it's one of the red women.
It's one of those!
A red woman in disguise. Or is this their true form?
So it was a trap?
And before it's like a good version or something. Or just a non-responding.
It doesn't look like it can move. Tell me, are you the one who brought us here?
I can't speak.
That is correct.
Oh shit, never mind.
It is unusual for me to have unexpected guests these days.
I know this voice actor.
It can talk.
What are you?
Hevrect 35.
Hevrect 35. Is that your name?
Correct.
He has wrecked in his name. Oh my
What is
god.
this place? No, wait, before that. Just what exactly are you? Are you somehow associated with the Red Women?
Get wrecked.
Before I answer, I have a question for you. How did you all arrive in this sector?
Good question.
We did not come to this place by choice. Our ship was brought here against our will, by a group of red women who can shift into the same form as you.
In that case, we can assume my brethren who serve the Great Spirit have deemed you all to be a threat most grave.
What do you
Great
mean,
Spirit.
serve? Are you saying there really is someone more powerful than the Red Women, pulling their strings?
What did you do to us?
I examined your bodies. You have not been harmed in any way.
I'm getting flashbacks to
Identifiers
like
detected.
Porky.
The Sovereign and Maiden are among you.
Among
However, you aren't under its control. I see why they viewed you as a danger now.
Oh, goody. More riddles.
Do you think we can trust this thing?
Like it or not, it may be our best chance at a ticket out of here. Let's at least hear it out.
and also just has good intel probably.
I shall now answer your questions. We are Helganquil.
Helganquil. Helgen.
The red women you
Oh,
encountered
shit.
previously
Fruit of
are a
Helgen.
form of disguise we employ from time to time, but not our true form.
Helganquil?
You are on Dake Phasol, a celestial base which drifted here by accident. The will of Rena's great spirit no longer reaches us here. Since my sudden separation from the Great Spirit's influence, I have used any and all means to extend my lifespan.
Huh.
As I have done so, I have also set out to monitor and research Rena and Dana from this position.
A question. What is this great spirit of which you speak? Is it something that rules over your kind?
Correct. The Great Astral Spirit is a large mass of astral energy that fills all of Rena, one with its own will, a voice we cannot refuse.
Huh.
A voice? Just like Dana.
The voice of the Great Spirit speaks to our hearts directly, and we have served it without question throughout the ages.
Does that mean it was controlling your minds? Wait a second. Could this great spirit be the true sovereign of Rena?
The true ruler of Rena. It could be the same thing that's controlling Volron.
Huh.
Wait, back up. You're telling us this great spirit of yours is the one that ordered you things to harvest the astral energy from Dana? I'm not sure I believe that.
Why not? We've already made contact with the will of Dana back in the Wedge, and in the Forbidden Zone on Lenegus. If Dana has a will of its own, I don't see why Rena wouldn't.
Yeah. I wonder if it has a physical form.
Maybe not, but think about what you're saying. If Dana has a will like Rena, then that would mean that we've been controlled by the voice of Dana this whole time, just like these things.
Dana's will hasn't been forcing us to do anything.
Yeah, but
Law just gets
Let's assume that
jumped by
what Hevrek
Rinwell.
35 claims is true, and that we are indeed cut off from both planets.
I can't believe
Even
his
if we
name
had
is
previously been under the control
Hevrekt.
of Dana's will, we would have noticed now that we are disconnected.
Your fear is not based in logic. The voice of Dana
Your fear
much
is not
smaller and
based.
quieter compared to that of Rena's great spirit. Rena's astral energy is amassed at its center, whereas Dana's is shared among all its constituents.
Huh.
So thinly is that energy spread that it cannot coalesce and formulate a will. Our findings here indicate as much.
Which explains why we felt its will where we did. The Wedge and Lenegis are where so much of that energy had been accumulated.
Huh.
The Great Spirit's desire is to consume all astral energy. And the pursuit of that desire is why you see Rena in its current state. As a result, it has turned its attention toward Dana.
Is that why the crown contest is necessary? So that the Great Spirit can feed off of Dana?
Indeed. And it was to that end that we Helganquil devised the crown contest.
Damn.
Had the initial spirit channeling from 300 years ago succeeded, all of Dana's astral energy would have been seized.
But the ceremony failed. Lenegis was severely damaged, and you lost both the Sovereign and the Renis Alma.
Correct. A change in plan was required to ensure the spirit channeling's success. However, recreating the Renis Alma required a vast amount of energy. That is why we turned to Dana.
Sorry that I'm not speaking much.
So
the
that was
plot
real
dump is
purpose
getting
behind
to
the
me.
crown contest. An efficient means to harvest the necessary energy from Dana.
This is all happening because of me.
Nevertheless, you still haven't answered one of Alphen's original questions. Just why have you brought us here to your base, Hevrecht 35?
Yeah.
First, it was to confirm the identities of you, my unexpected visitors. Second, it was to ascertain whether you would be likely to accept my request.
A request? But what could someone like you want us to...
I wish for you all to slay the Great Spirit.
Had a feeling. You're separate
I'm sorry,
from the
did you
others.
just ask us to kill your master?
I did. It is in your best interest that you do so, I might add.
I like how
What makes
Laz
you
is
say
like,
that?
excuse me, did you just tell us to kill your
Lenegis
Your
has entered
boss?
the final stage of the spirit channeling plan. As we speak, Dana's energy is being harvested en masse and transmitted to Rena.
en masse? I thought it was en
If
masse.
nothing is done about the Great Spirit, it will not be long before all is lost.
You're saying the destruction we saw earlier is just the beginning? That...
We won't let that happen.
Why do you want us to kill the Great Spirit so badly? Is it to save our world? To free you, Helganquil, from under its control? Why?
No. My primary concern is validating our findings and analysis, which have taken many years to realize.
Oh?
As
What
such,
could that be?
It is my desire to see how your actions impact and change these systems. However, I will not deny that vengeance also plays a part.
Vengeance? For what?
In spite of our long service to the Great Spirit, our species is on the brink of extinction.
Ooh.
You mean... you're dying?
At this stage, it would be wise for you to talk with the others.
Others?
Ask them what you need to know. Once you have your answer, return to me. If you agree to help, I shall fix your ship.
Is there multiple of you?
Others? Just how many of you are there?
Yeah.
I am the only Helganquil who inhabits Dake Faisal.
Oh.
Hey! Hey!
It's no use. I think it's done talking to us.
Damn.
Let's take a look around.
Dang, I was hoping we'd get a new homie. Even if they wouldn't be part of our battle, they could at least have chilled. Lots of vital sign stats are indicated. Find the others. Oh shit.
You can't seriously be buying anything that creature told us, right? I mean, it's practically blackmailing us into doing its dirty work.
To be honest, the conversation went on for so long, I'm not sure I understood all of it. How about you, Dohalim? Were you able to follow it at all?
at the very least, everything it said about the Renan Great Spirit adds up. At the end of the day, this whole chain of events comes back to astral energy. That being said, had we not previously encountered the will of Dana, I suspect I would find its story much more difficult to believe.
The spirit of Rena wants to see Dana completely destroyed.
But why? Astral energy is supposed to be a force that creates and shapes the world.
It doesn't matter. I don't care if we're up against an entire world or what its game is. We're not going to let it destroy Dana.
Right.
There is one other thing that concerns me. How the Great Spirit, the Helganquil, and the Crown Contest are all part of a centuries-long plan is clear enough. But what about the Renans? How do they factor into all this?
Good questions.
Now that you mention
Are they
it,
truly
in all that
Renans?
talk, Hevric
Were they-
35 never even brought up the Renans once. And as for the Helganquil, we never did find out just what they are either.
Maybe it had a reason for keeping its silence. Or perhaps there's even more going on. Maybe the others will shed more light on the matter.
Yeah, so we can
Let's
talk
find
to
out.
them. I'm questioning where we have to go to talk to the others, so... Okay, well, I can go to the lower level. Is there just one per level? Oh, looks like it, actually. What the hell's behind us? Construction plan showing a central elevator shaft, multiple circular areas. Okay, but what's over here? I'm curious. Nothing? Damn, no bitches? Okay. Guess we'll try and go talk over this way. Let's go talk to a second one, assumingly. Oh wait, no, what the hell am I talking about? They said there's
Who are
literally
they?
only one.
What is it?
Oh, my apologies. It's just been so long since I've seen any humans from the outside world.
Zephyr? Is that you?
Are you a Renan?
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
I guess so.
The Overseer told us to answer any questions you might have. Whatever you want to know, we'll tell you as much as we can. But be quick. Our subjects are undergoing a dramatic shift that we don't want to miss.
What a weird guy.
Subjects.
He must have meant Hevrecht 35 when he mentioned that Overseer.
And what was that about subjects? You don't think he meant Dana and Rena, do you?
There isn't anyone else we can talk to. I guess we should ask around here.
Huh. Talk to the Renan researchers.
talk to you for a few minutes?
Allegedly Renan.
Sure. It's going to be a while
I
before the two
stumbled
planets
because
undergo their next
the
shift,
frickin'
so I
game
can
is
talk until
talking
then.
while I'm trying to talk.
Please, tell us what you know about the Helganquil.
You mean the Overseer's species? I can't say I know much about them.
Well, for starters, where'd they come from?
Where else? From Rena, obviously.
From Rena? Wait, are you telling us those things live right alongside the Renans down there?
Of course not. There's really no such thing as Renans in the first
Okay,
place.
I had a feeling.
Excuse me?
Oh, I thought the Overseer explained everything.
Nope, I had a feeling that was the
Apparently
case,
not.
though.
Please, tell us more.
Well, in a nutshell, the Renans were originally created from Danans by the Helganquil.
Oh? Damn. So, Dano was like the original... was like the original planet, and then...
But if that's true, then that would mean there aren't any people on Rena.
There aren't, but there are Helganquil. That's what the name literally means in their language, people of Rena.
Huh.
But what need could they possibly have to create a whole new race of people?
It was a way to bolster their dwindling workforce. I trust you're aware that the Helganquil are on the verge of extinction, yes? In essence, we were created to carry on their work for the Great Spirit after they all die. They gathered Danans who had an affinity for astral arts and proceeded from there. That's why we, as their descendants, can all cast arts, albeit to varying degrees.
Let me get this straight. Are you saying Renans were originally created from Danans that the Helganquil kidnapped?
Wait, that explains why almost nobody can use astral arts on Dana now.
Helganquil technology is truly amazing. The way they alter their bodies is far less invasive than your conventional surgeries.
They have these tiny
Oh
machines
god,
that are
this
practically
extreme
invisible,
close-up.
which they insert into their bodies and...
Enough! You needn't tell us anymore.
How can you speak so calmly about all of this?
I guess I can see how, when viewed in a certain light, their ways may sound grotesque. But if you ask me, I think they ultimately did us a favor. They saved us from crawling the earth in ignorance. If it meant their hands had to get a little dirty in the process, then so be it. Anyway, the Helganquil are the real Renans. Personally, I don't think it's such a big deal.
I mean, he's probably been aware
They're
of it his
also
whole
mostly
life,
the ones
basically.
behind what you see going on between the two planets. I think that covers just about everything worth knowing.
I see. Thanks for filling us in.
So I'm glad I was at least right about the quote-unquote
Did you really expect
Renans
us
not
to
being
believe that
Renans.
Renans never truly existed? How absurd.
I think you're coping right now,
Dohalim.
dude. You are on
Just
some
when I think we're
copium.
getting to the bottom of it all, some new revelation smacks us in the face.
Oh, man.
Then let's hope this is our last revelation for a while.
You say this,
Do
but
you know anything
there's
about
two
a
more.
spirit channeling plan?
If you mean the first plan from 300 years ago, then yes. Do you know what its main objective was?
Yes. It was to use Lenegis to siphon off Dana's astral energy and send it to Rena.
Exactly. However, there were two problems we had to consider. First was how to collect and send such a large quantity of astral energy without it becoming sentient. Second, we had to figure out how to convert Dana's energy so it would be compatible with Rena.
Oh, they're
I
incompatible
take it the
regularly?
solutions to those problems were to use the wedge for the collection, and then the Sovereign and Maiden to convert the
Was
energy.
it because it's light?
We have a winner. However, the first plan failed when the Sovereign was overwhelmed and became frenzied.
Huh.
The reason for that is because the Maiden lost control. I'm told he slaughtered many Renans in Helganquil that day.
Maidenless behavior.
For the next plan, we tried to recreate the Renis Alma, but we didn't have nearly enough of the other non-dark astral energy types. To amend that, we set our sights on Dana and implemented a system whereby we could extract energy from it.
AKA the crown
And
contest.
the crown contest began.
Yeah.
Correct. Since the Maiden had been the failing point in the previous plan, it was decided to replace her role with machinery to avoid further mishaps.
Ah.
A new Sovereign had to be made as well. It was such tremendously difficult work, its success was dubious. But from the look of
Dubious.
things, it would appear such worries were unfounded.
So that's what the purpose of that room we found in the Forbidden Zone was.
What about the flower that sprouted from Rena?
Flower? Oh, that thing. That's the physical manifestation of all the astral energy that's been harvested from Dana. As I'm sure you've noticed, it's quite a lot of energy. At this point, it's likely that it's become physically integrated with Rena's planetary structure.
Hevrecht 35 mentioned that the spirit channeling plan is entering its final stage. Is that true?
It is. I never thought I would live to see the day with my own eyes, and yet here we are. Are we done talking now? If it's all the same to you, I'd really rather not miss anything that's about to happen.
Yeah. Get out of here, Patrick Sites.
He talks like the potential end of the world is just another day on the job.
You've got to remember that these guys have been living alone up here for a long time. Who knows what shape their minds are in?
I looked away and I almost heard, who knows what shit their minds are in. Blah, blah, blah. Already talked to you. And let's talk to you.
Have you guys lived up here in Deg Fazel with Hevrek 35 for a long time?
Yes. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head just how long it's been, though. We regularly go into stasis, so our sense of time has gotten rather out of whack over the years.
You sound like Rinwell.
Why are you all even here in the first place?
Originally, this station was where we worked to perform maintenance on Lenegis from the outside.
We heard that the facility ended up in its current location due to an accident.
Oh, it was terrible. Apparently there was some kind of accident, and when help never arrived, they presumed the entire facility had been destroyed.
And you've been working for Hevrek 35 ever since?
Well, at first we thought that there was nobody else inside the facility, but then it turned out the Overseer was there all along.
What do you mean?
The Helganquil have the technology to cloak themselves around us Renans. As long as they don't do anything obvious, a Renan won't see one, even if it's right in front of them.
Which would explain why Shion and I failed to notice the Red Women previously. Do they employ an astral art of some sort?
Okay, so I was right about that. Man, I'm being pretty on point with my theories.
But from what I understand, the type of cloaking they use is primarily achieved through mechanical means. In addition, they also used hypnosis devices and information control to get us to do what they wanted without being detected. It's a pretty sophisticated operation, especially since it avoids any unnecessary conflict.
Interesting.
I have to imagine that's how Lenegis is still run.
But aren't the Helganquil themselves controlled by the Great Spirit? If so, why aren't Renans affected by it in the same way?
The Great Spirit's mind control only works on Helganquil, so they had to employ other means to manipulate us Renans.
You act like this didn't affect you personally. If I was you, I'd be mad as hell at their deceptions.
I mean, sure, I was surprised when I first found out about it, but it happened so long ago.
Hevrek 35 has clearly ceased concealing itself, though. Why is that?
Who can say? My guess is it just got bored, or maybe even a little lonely.
Don't you want to go back home to Rena or Lenegis? Our ship is going to be fixed pretty soon. You could ride with us.
No way. If we went back after knowing the truth, they'd either just brainwash us or purge us outright.
Ooh.
After all this time, there's nothing to be gained from going back. We've all agreed it'd be best to simply stay here and watch everything unfold instead.
What about everything has unfolded,
Things
though?
are going just fine with the Overseer.
Like, after that,
Not that
couldn't
it'll
you
be
go
around
back?
much longer. It can't extend its life any further. That said, I'm sure it's pleased to see the final stage of the plan before it passes on, though.
Thank you for answering our questions.
It feels like our whole world has been turned upside down. Is there anything we know that's still true at this point?
Seriously, I'm still trying to process the
That-
fact that we Renans were created by the Helganquil, let alone the Sovereign and Maiden stuff.
I don't know. Humans still breathe, don't
Let's take
they?
a moment to
So,
gather ourselves.
I guess we still got some stuff.
I know all of this is a lot to believe and take in, but I think it's fair to say that we found the answers we've been looking for. Does everyone agree?
Agreed. Though I'll admit that I never expected it to all boil down to Rena's great spirit being behind everything.
Big
Everything
shocker.
that's happened, everything we've endured, it's all because of astral energy.
And to get that energy, the Great Spirit took control of the Helganquil. Then the Helganquil created the Renans, who went on to invade and rule over the Danans.
Plus, the reason the Great Spirit can't directly control the Renans as well is likely because they were originally Danans all along.
Either way, I think it's fair to say we've all had a lot to take in at once. Maybe too much, even. We should probably take it easy and rest our minds a bit. Why don't we all take some time to think things over before we decide on our next move?
Sounds like a good idea.
That's a good idea, Kisara. If the Renan Great Spirit really is behind all this, then we've got a really big fight ahead of us. Because it's not just Dana on the line, but Rena too. If we're going to do this, we need to be completely sure of ourselves.
I mean, to be fair, Rena itself
let's
doesn't
go
really
ahead and
have
break off
much
for now.
on stake.
We aren't in any immediate danger, so we should be okay.
Oh yeah, I guess they're just gonna chill in here.
You sure you don't want to be alone right now?
I could ask you the same question.
I figured I'd get all my thinking in while walking around and checking up on everybody.
As he always
I'll
does.
go along with you. I'm interested to hear what's on everyone's minds too.
Ooh, so we got both of them instead
Sounds
of
good.
just
Let's go find
Alphen. Your party
Everyone's
has
just
mostly
gone their own
expanded.
way, huh?
them. Yeah, let's hit up each spot.
All right. Ooh, there's an inn. Let's check out the skit.
Everything we thought we knew. It was all just a fabrication that the Red Women, that the Helganquil made up.
I'm glad that we finally have a name
Right.
instead of just Red
Assuming we
Women.
can believe anything that Hevrek 35 has told us, that is.
Well, if the names are anything to go by, it's possible the Helganquil could be behind the fruits of Helgen too.
I'm glad that's being brought up. That's
But
the
if
first
Hevrek
thing that came to
35 was
mind.
telling the truth, and this was all just one massive lie, does that mean everything we've done up until now has been pointless?
No, I don't think so. Or at least I hope not. I think it just means we've lost our foothold for now. That's all.
Really? Well then, if we've lost it, I guess we'll just have to find another. All of us together. And if we can't find one, then we'll make a new one. End of story.
Make one, huh? I see. Right then. Count me in.
Count me in. If you're feeling tired, I can offer you a place to sleep. I don't think I'd get anything from sleeping right now. I mean, almost saved over that one. That would not have been good. I don't think I'd get anything from sleeping aside from the minimal amounts of HP that Alphen is currently missing. Damn. Damn, everyone's just chilling on this floor, I guess. Oh well. For now, I think we're going to call things here. Next time on Tales of Arise, we'll go talk to the crew, and then, well, after that, I don't really know what we'll be doing. But I assume we'll be sticking it to the Great Spirit one way or another. Adios, ciao, and bye-bye. Signing off until next time. Ja, matane.